So we're going to try not to have a typical interview here. Say anything you want to talk about. Just for you, we lowered the stage to about a foot for insurance purposes in case you dive.
Okay, good.
You can do any audience
I
diving.
do some stage diving at some point.
Oh, we're rolling. Good evening. Welcome to the show. I'm Clint Black, and tonight I'm talking in circles with Phil Vassar.
What's up, buddy?
It's not Vassar. I had Sammy
Vassar.
Hagar on here, and
I know,
so
Hagar,
now
Vassar.
I can't say your name right anymore.
You know,
I haven't been hearing it for enough years around Nashville. It's just, you've been around Nashville a long time.
I got here in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Came out of school. And, Porter Wagner called me Sylvester. They was introducing me on the operator. He goes, what's his name? He says, a young man's going to play a little piano for you. What's his name? Phil Vassar. Sylvester, ladies and gentlemen. So that was...
attention to detail.
That's a way to go, buddy. I started out with a bang.
I won't be able to call you anything else
You
now.
can Sylvester. Yeah, I'll know it's you.
So you came here just no connections?
I didn't know anybody. The only people I knew in town were, you remember Larry McFadden? Do you remember Larry at all?
Yeah.
That managed Lee, Greenwood, and a couple other guys. But I didn't really know anybody, didn't have any connections. I'd been to New York, and I just knew Nashville was my place. I just felt comfortable.
It's a lot easier to starve here than in New York.
It is. It really is. It's so cold up there, right? And that's the thing. So I knew I wanted to be in Nashville. I loved the people, and I met some great folks, Linda Hargrove and some folks like that right away. I was a bartender. I even opened my own bar. I had my own club here. Eventually.
What was the name of the bar?
It was called the Hard Days Nightclub. Because of a Beatles.
And what was it when you bought it?
It was a Ramada Inn.
Was it? Was it Italian? I thought it was an Italian.
It was an Italian restaurant too. I had the Italian restaurant was upstairs, and it was called Nathan's. Nathan was my partner. And we had this little bar underneath, and I graffitied it up, and it looked like the cavern, like the Beatles used to play in Germany. And he would have the people upstairs, and we would get the most eclectic group, like Donna Summers and Winwood. All these people would come eat, and then they'd come down, and we would be jamming, just playing with my band. So we had a lot of fun. And
any of them ever sit in with you?
Yeah, a lot of them did. It was a lot of fun. And I never could get Clint to come down. But it's okay.
I just didn't want to. But,
I know you did. It was. I wish.
Of all the people who sat in, who was your biggest musical hero that sat in with you?
It's hard to say. Alan McGraw, a bunch of guys. Kenny, Joe D would come in. It's how she heard Bye Bye. It's how she heard my songs. She goes, who wrote that Bye Bye song or whatever? And I said, well, it's one of mine. She's like, I want to cut it. I'm all right. As a matter of fact, that one too. And she says, I want to cut those songs. I said, nope. So finally, I couldn't get a record. I was looking for my own deal.
You did let go of them. Though.
Finally, eventually. And Colin would come in and sing. He's always fun. So whoever was, Tommy Lasorda. A bunch of the guys like that would come in and.
Known as Mr. Voice.
That's right. He's a great singer. Incredible. The Gotti family. No kidding. I'm telling you, it was interesting.
Did they make a song request you couldn't refuse?
I couldn't refuse, bro. Sure, I'll do a Sinatra song. Absolutely.
Yeah, you could do some Sinatra.
I could definitely do some Sinatra. Being a piano player, you got to know some Sinatra songs, My Way or whatever. But it was a really good time, and we had fun.
Had you already made some money in songwriting? How did you buy a bar?
I didn't because I moved to Nashville and I built this audience. I had a crowd that would just follow me, and so I was playing this other bar in Antioch, and then this place was sat empty for a long time. So I said, maybe I'll just get this place, and we got it for nothing basically. So we fixed it up. Nathan
spray paint.
We spray painted everything, and Nathan, my partner, was a great chef, a great cook, great Italian food, and then people followed me down to the basement, man, and it was just fun. And I would do original songs I was writing at the time or were part of the show. And then a lot of covers, the Billy Joels, Elton John, and Jackson Brown and whatever we could play, whatever I knew how to play at the time, and sing-alongs, Van Morrison or Buffett or all that good stuff. And we just had a blast. It was just, you never know who was going to show up. It was kind of the off-the-row place where nobody knew about, but it was you'd have doctors and lawyers and hillbillies. It was just, it was a great, everybody was in that place.
Yeah, I never knew about it. And as far as I knew, there was, when I came here, there was a real small number of places you could go where there was music being played live. It's not like it is now.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
Because, of course, Broadway was nothing like it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, so I would take my piano, I did O'Charlie's, or I would just did all these little bars before I opened my own up.
You do some solo, just you and the piano?
A lot.
The piano man.
Yeah, that's what I did, and learned and did all those songs.
Did you play harmonica on that?
All the time, yeah.
All
Not
right.
like you play harmonica, but I played, yeah.
I mean,
it was fun.
Play Piano Man by Billy Joel. You got to have that.
Oh, you got
harmonica
to. I mean, it was so much fun. And, I've played Piano Man way more times than Billy Joel's ever played it. I can promise you that. But it's fun. I think it's good, though. I mean, as you and I both did, we played bars. And I feel sorry for a lot of entertainers that never got to do that, right? Because
it's a different kind of training.
You can kind of tell. It's like going to college or, it really is. It's for us. I've played in front of 3 people, which is way harder than playing in front of 30,000 people. It really is.
30,000 people, you kind of feel like they're there to hear you.
Right. That's right.
Not with 3.
No,
they're there by accident.
Exactly.
And they're not sure they want to be there.
And they're hammered.
So what years, you remember the time frame when that started?
It was mostly like the late 80s to, 94, 95. And then, I was doing bars and playing, and I had all these, Shadazy. I'm trying to think of all the people that opened for me at the time. They were playing all these bars. They'd come in and play, and everybody would get their record deals. And I just couldn't get one because I think it was just because I was a piano player. And they're like, you're too left to center.
We've already got Ronnie Millsap.
That's right. Well, that's what he kept saying. They go, well, it's never going to work here. Piano does not work in Nashville. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, there's a lot piano
you
players.
You ever hear any on records?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It was.
It's like the guitar bands of the Beatles. It'll never work. That's so hard to understand unless you've dealt with executives who don't play music or make records, and the way they see it is, well, it's Liberace. I don't know what they see, but it's like, well, piano on just about every record.
Yeah.
And if you can sing, and you can write songs, I think as an executive, they might at least ask you, would you mind stepping out from behind the piano now and then, which you do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's hard to understand that mindset that would have overlooked you for so long.
Yeah.
While you're providing other artists with great songs, big hits.
Right.
Right?
It's
Kenny
crazy.
Rogers.
Yeah.
Alan Jackson, Kenny Chesney. Of course, Joe D. Messina. Those were big. Those were career songs.
Yeah,
for her.
a bunch of those guys.
They could have been career songs for you if somebody had, gotten over the piano thing.
Well, and that's the truth, because when I cut my first demo, right? Demo. You cut this record, and then you go play it for the labels, and I cut 7 songs on it, and every label hated. They didn't like the song. They said, you just need to get a songwriter to write your songs. You're a good singer, but 6 of those 7 songs were #1 songs. Eventually for Alan or Tim or Kenny or something.
And in hindsight, they knew it all along.
They were like, we knew the whole time.
When you finally made your first album for a record company, I hear they gave you like 15 minutes to do it. It was 6 weeks, right?
Well, pretty much. You did a radio tour probably. Did you do a radio tour?
Yeah.
I never did one because my record came out and then my label closed. So that's kind of what happened. Arista folded into RCA, so I never had to do a radio tour, which is a hectic thing because artists have to go, to at least 100 stations all over the country.
You're going all day.
Dog and pony show.
Around. Yeah.
And you're this, and paying for a lot of dinners as an artist, We didn't do that. I'd just come out with Carlene, the song, but the guy, at least I'd had hits. They knew that I could write songs before because they were like,
that's something to point to.
Right. They said, well,
It's not just a new guy.
Exactly. Well, he's had some hits. So I met Joe Galante, in an elevator because after all that went down, because Carlene was like about 41, and then the label closed. I was like, oh, all these years.
Heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking, but for some reason, radio just kept playing that song, and it just kept going up the charts. And we didn't have a sales staff. We didn't have anything at that time. It was weird.
It's so unlikely that they would keep playing it.
Absolutely.
Because they're, I've always thought about a program director at a radio station has a huge stack.
Yes.
And guys, girls calling him all day long.
Yeah.
And he's got to say no.
All day.
Again and again and again, all day long.
Yeah.
So keeping something in there when no one's calling.
Oh, it was
that's
luck.
big. Yeah.
It was a lot of luck. I mean, I was very blessed because, and then, it was funny because RCA took over. Joe came in and took over B&A, RCA, and Arista, all three labels. It's like, wow, that we were all on, right? Then I met Joe in the elevator, and he's like, hey, Phil, I'm Joe Galante. I'm like, well, I know who you are, right? And he said, I'm your label president. I went, so I still have a record deal? He goes, absolutely, I love your record. I was like, yes. So it was exciting at that time. I thought I was,
So as that was climbing the charts or wherever it got to, but it was continuing to play, were you out on the road at that point, touring with other acts?
I went out with Tim and Faith. I went out because Tim had 30 years, and for a little while, some of my songs that I'd written. And I got out with Tim and Kenny Chesney. So Kenny and I, of course, wrote a bunch of songs together, too. And so I went out with Kenny for a couple of years, on just me and a piano. And with Tim and Faith, I was playing just me and a keyboard in the middle of arenas, opening up those shows. So it was a little intimidating, at first. So I was
little.
Yeah, it was, So it was pretty interesting.
You got to be, you had the training.
Well, yeah, I was.
In the bars.
Thank God. I mean, I'd done all that. I would have freaked out otherwise. Anybody would have. When I was playing with Kenny, we were playing 2,500 seat venues. That song Tractor Sexy came out, and then we were playing 25,000 seats overnight. Overnight, it was the weirdest thing ever. And I played just me and a piano with Kenny too at first, and Kenny Rogers. And Kenny took me out with him too, and he's like, man, I want to see you with the band. So then he paid his own band to back me up. I mean,
crazy rare.
I mean, this doesn't happen, but he would, so Kenny, we would sit there and we'd talk at night, and I don't know, man, it was just like, I'm sitting here, with this hero of mine. And so it was a good time. I mean, it was, right as that first record came out, all that stuff happened, and I can't believe it's been 22 years. It's like, what happened?
Yeah. When that was going on, did you still have Hard Day's Night?
I got out of the club business as soon as I went on tour. I did my last show there, and then I went straight. I flew from Nashville to San Diego to meet up with Tim and Faith. That was my first show, so I was done after that. So it was interesting playing, going straight from that to arenas. It was interesting times. It was fun. By myself, too. It was really, really crazy.
And you probably, if it was like me, I at about 25 minutes on the front end of the...
I think that's what it was.
Yes, about 25 minutes, and it goes by fast.
It was great, though. I mean, it really was fun, and Faith would be in my ears. She goes, will you play piano, man? I'm like, yeah, sure. Of course, Kenny would get on the mic, too, and they talk, we have these earbuds in, and they're all talking stories, and I'm trying to do a show, and of course, Kenny's the worst. He would just get on there and, hey, man, you look nice. You know her. How about that? Look at that girl in the front row. She's hot. Look. And I'm like, God, I'm trying to, I'm just ripping my earbuds out.
We were all kids out there. Talk about your live stuff. Every day I'm thinking about my set list. I'm thinking about, did this work well? Will it work well here? What if I move this song around here or take that one out or put this one in and do that one for a while instead? But when I go on stage, it's going to be that set list.
All right.
And I've got one guy plays 4 different instruments, and Hayden's got changes, and I do.
Right.
And so I can't stand the dead time on stage, so I want everybody to see it coming and know what's going on.
Right.
And I think you're the opposite. You're just like, no set list.
No.
You know what you're going to start with even?
Never.
So weird.
I know, it is weird.
I don't understand
I
you
don't
at
understand
all.
you. We used to do that, but it's like I never know what the audience is going to be like and what I'm going to feel like. You know, what's going on. Is it rocking crowd? Is it a laid back? Is it a listening? Is it a songwriter room or whatever? So I never really know. And we've cut how many albums? 10, 12 albums are at this point, a lot. And we've got 150 songs that we know, not to mention the millions that covers we've all played. So it's like I just like to walk out and go, okay, let's just play this. And I start there. And then I just kind of take requests. What do you want to hear? What do y'all want? They just yell
Do
stuff
you
out.
do those by tweet too? Do people tweet
We did
at
at
you?
one point.
Yeah, how was that?
It was weird because I was like trying to, my phone's on my piano. We're trying to figure, I'm the least you're technical. You know how to do all that. I'm not good at that. I'm just like, I'm just now figuring out my iPhone.
So your band would just really,
They're great.
they'd have to know it all.
They're really
all
great.
the stuff. There's some songs, if I had to, I don't think I could. I don't know. What was it? What were the changes? What
Yeah.
were the lyrics? I can't remember the second.
Well, just because we write these songs doesn't mean you know them. doesn't mean you remember them.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of them you don't do. Like we'll cut records and records, but then you'll have hits off of records, and you got to play your hits. You got to play your hits.
Sometimes an album cut, but you're not playing all of the songs.
Right, and so you
We
just
never kind of worked it up, and
no.
you're going to take that guitar part.
Right.
So there's got to be a percentage.
Oh, train
of the
wreck.
Ones that. Yeah.
We've had some train wrecks, dude. Everybody's looking at each other like starting in the wrong key. And
But the audience knows what you're doing.
yeah, they laugh.
You're not trying to be perfect and flawless.
I think that's part of the allure of playing live. It's like you change your set list up. I know guys that have had the same. It's like you can tell it's the same head bob, same move every night. It's like it's almost so choreographed that it's just. It almost takes the soul out of it for me. And you know, everybody's got their style. That mine's just not to do that. I'd like to get out there and just play whatever in the band. I feel so sorry for them sometimes, but they pull it off. They're just amazing.
Do you yell out the title or you start playing?
Both. Say, hey, what key is? What key is me in?
I watched Haggard do that when he was on tour with me back in '91. And he would take off, and they would be there.
Yeah.
Bring, should be holding you tonight.
And everybody kicks right in.
And there they are.
Oh, he was the greatest, man.
I'd be afraid.
It's my first concert was Merle Haggard, my very first.
Yeah.
And they got to become friends. It's like it's
That's not part of the dream, though.
No, it's weird, right? It's weird.
I want to be on the radio so that I can play big venues and have a crew. And somebody else will have to change my guitar strings. That was the dream.
That's the dream.
Somebody else will do that for me.
Thank God I'm a piano player.
And then I'm, singing with George Jones and writing with Merle Haggard and Buffett and Michael McDonald. And,
isn't that crazy?
And recording on a Edgar Winter record or a Toto.
I know.
And so.
Crazy. I love it.
Do you get much call to come play piano and stuff?
No, I suck, I guess.
I don't think so. I don't think that's quite right.
No, I'm just, I have played on some. I just, I'm so meat and potatoes, I mean, I'm okay, and I know what great.
Potatoes is the best.
I know what great piano play. I mean, I know Bruce Hornsby and these guys. It's like watching these guys and some of the players. Of course, as you know, in this town, it's mind-boggling how the talent pool.
Sickening, really.
It's unbelievable, and I mean, it's just to think. I hate to say it, but I mean, it's like I'm okay. I'm a pretty good piano player, but there are guys that make me just look.
I'm all right would have been better.
I'm all right.
All right. I have one more question I always ask my guests. When you get to heaven, if you could sing a song with anyone who is already there, who would it be and what song would you sing?
Easy. It would have to be Nat King Cole.
Yeah.
I love Nat King Cole. I love it. I still listen to him. There's so many.
Any particular song?
I mean, the Christmas song. I grew up listening to him and the Mills Brothers and, my grandmother and Jim Reeves and all those great singers. I love those crooners.
Nat King Cole's, I think, a lot more talented than the mainstream knew.
Oh my God!
As a master,
Oh,
a composer,
oh,
a
player.
voice like silk.
Oh, it was just beautiful. I always went, I think God chose that guy. You know, it's like Karen Carpenter to me.
It's not just the gift, it's what he did with it.
Oh, absolutely.
What she did with it, and it was really natural.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Well, we hope it's a long time from now. He can wait.
I hope so, too.
Hang on to you here as long as we can.
Not yet, Clint. Not yet.
Not yet. Well, thanks for being here.
Love you,
this
brother.
was great.
Great to see you, man.
Bill Vassar.
Plain black. Plain black.